morning, farmers. It's been a while, hasn't it? Well, it's been about a month and a half just about in the greenhouse to start the morning because I actually remembered I left the windows open because it was raining. Close them on up so we should be okay for the day, I think. It hasn't rained, it was raining last episode, but yeah, through the night, I slept through the night, then woke up this morning like, oh, the greenhouse. And so the window's been open actually for a few hours while the rain has stopped. But it's wet enough in here. We are good to go. We are in early April. I'm trying to remember, is there... that's empty. That is empty. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. Just trying to get an idea of what's going on there. There's our son, Timmy. My wife is out here doing what she does. Rex is down by the fireplace like always. James looks happy. Ronnie the rooster is out. And I think we're going to get some workers out and about because the price this morning is $8.36. It's not a really great price, but it's not that bad either. Are we done in this field? We are. How about this field here? Canola ready for harvest. So let's go ahead and harvest and sell. Get our first worker on the go. We're going to harvest a field as well today while we have a little chat. Like we always do, if I can find my way around here. It's been a month, but it hasn't been long enough I don't remember my way around the farm. I probably should check on the honey, but it did rain yesterday, so you know what? I'm going to forego that. This is not Lumberjacks Dynasty. I don't really need the honey here. Don't really care right now. I really care about the canola harvest. Yeah, we did pretty good in this field here. That's plowed and cultivated, so we're out of field work to do other than harvesting. All right, so you got one worker going. How are we doing over here? That's been harvested. That's been harvested. That's been harvested. That's been harvested. That field there, let's go ahead. No, not start. Click to hire a worker. Yep. And it's going to be a little bit of a tiny field, but it needs to be done. Speaking of fields that need to be done, this field right here needs to be done. Do I have any grain? I should not have any grain in this trailer. Nope. Completely empty. Let's hop into the combine, attach the header, because that needs to be attached. There we go. We're good to go. All right, so there's two workers. How are we doing up here? That's been harvested. That's been harvested. Okay, that's been harvested. This one needs to be... I'm clicking the wrong buttons. Harvest and sell for 1,068. Let's go ahead and get that one up and going. And then we can get one more worker. Now I gotta remember all the buttons. Z, T, R, B, Y, G, all those letters. Just keep hitting them until we start going. Now we're rocking and rolling. Now we're harvesting ourselves. I just want to get this field harvested this episode. That's pretty much it. We're just going to just roll it on out. This is a 3.15 hectare. Am I right? Yep, 3.15 hectares. And I'm leaving crop behind. We don't want to do that. Oh, before we get rolling, though, let's go ahead and hire our last, but not least, our final worker ready for harvest right here. Yep, let's click on that. Harvest and sell. All right, so we should have 4 workers on the go. 1, 2, and I just clicked on the truck. Do that quite often because I got vehicles everywhere in this map. 3, 4. All right, so we got 4 workers. Can I get back into my combine, please? All right, not close enough. That's the tractor that hauls our grain. There we go. Up here is where I need to be. So look at the money going on up. That is nice to see. Turn the header back on. Can I get rolling so we can actually get moving here? There we go. Now we're rocking and rolling. So 6.7 million, getting close to 6.8 million in the bank. And it is a good thing. So oddly enough, I put this back into the rotation in the schedule for at least this week. Because a couple weeks ago, they kind of made an announcement that there'd be some upcoming news for Lumberjacks Dynasty, Farmers Dynasty. So I thought, well, I think, I don't want to say we're peaked out on Medieval Dynasty. But I think we've been covering a lot of the content in Medieval Dynasty that I can cut back on the episodes on there. So I said, let's bring back Farmers Dynasty and hopefully we can kind of talk about maybe what's going to happen. And just as I was getting ready to record today, came home from work and found a little treat in Discord. You may have seen it on their webpage or whatever, but I'm going to put a picture of it. They put a picture up of what will be coming here pretty soon to Farmers Dynasty. That is the good news. The bad news is PC only for now. So I'm going to throw the picture up on the screen. Hopefully I can remember to do this. So I'm going to put it up right now. And what you should be looking at is a root crop harvester. I had a close look at the crop, and I would say that must be the turnips, not the potatoes. Kind of hard to tell in the picture, but I think it is the turnips, not the potatoes. But anyways, yeah, a full-blown root crop harvester. So another harvester I'm going to have to go out and buy at some point, I would think. The one thing I got to remember is I have to keep track of my combine here. Oh, that's right. This is the one that actually warns me when it's almost full. Good, that's the kind of thing I need, because I kind of forget when I'm playing Farming Simulator when my combine is getting full. So, yeah, a little bit of a sneak peek of what I guess they've been working on. I mean, that's the first bit of news we heard from Farmers Dynasty in quite a while. Man, I want to say it's been at least a half a year, maybe even more than that, when they kind of talked about the DLC coming out, and they showed, I think they actually showed the harvester that pulls behind a tractor, and also the planter. But, yep, they've been working on a full-blown root crop harvester. No dates or anything like that. So, like I said, right now they're showing that PC only for now, but it's not out on PC just yet. So we still have to wait for that as well. When it will come out, don't know. No dates. Just a teaser. Just a teaser. And right there is where I'm full. So let's stop the head. Let's pick up the head. Couldn't quite make it around, but I'll be able to make it around next time. So yeah, the price not too bad today on canola. We're doing the spring cleaning. It's been a while, been a month and a half, so give me a minute to remember what buttons do which. My combine's not even on, but that's fine. Oh, I'm too far over. Alright, yep, been too long. Alright, unload. There we go, we're fine. So 4 workers on the go. What do I hope to get out of the cash today? I really have no idea. I mean, 7 million should not be a far stretch, right? I think we can get up to 7 million today by the time we harvest our own field. We're going to sell the crops, but like I said, this price isn't the greatest price that we've seen, but it's good enough where I'm not going to just say, no, we'll just store it and wait and wait and wait. We don't have enough silos that we can take all this canola and shove it into. Even though I have bought 3 silos and we got the one back at the farm, yeah, that we'll fill those up really, really quick with all this canola. Plus, we're out of fields to work in, so yeah, I need to harvest something. Put that down, turn that on, and back to work. So hopefully I can make it around the field this time before the combine fills up. I mean, there's 2 ways to look at it. I would like to fill up before I get it back around. This means it's got more canola to sell. But, you know, the radius should be smaller, which means I should be able to make it around. So yeah, a little bit of a teaser. A root crop harvester. I'm wondering, are we going to buy like different heads for the turnips and one for the potatoes, or is it going to be all in one? Don't know. All I saw was the picture, and I thought, well, that's perfect timing. I'm getting ready to record the episode. Let's pop that in there somewhere. But yeah, PC only for now. But you know, you console players have been hearing that for ages now about the console version. It's been just about a year now, hasn't it, since it came out on console? Wasn't it a year ago at this time? Pretty darn close. I think it was like November 1st-ish that it came out. I think last year, I do believe. So who knows? I'm kind of hoping that we get something within the next week or two. Just because, and I really do hope at some point the console version, which I'm not really sure. And I know a couple of the people have been investigating in on it as well, asking questions, and we're not getting any answers of why the console version is not getting an update, or they've just been very, very quiet on the whole game itself, honestly. And then the weird part is we're also coming up on the 3-year anniversary of this game. This game did come out in December of 2017. So this game's been almost out 3 years. On console, like I said, though, it's been almost just a year. So, yeah, our main goal by the end of this season, like I said, this might be the last season that we do in Farmers Dynasty, and I may skip a lot of it, or who knows. I really don't have any set plans to run the series that much longer. I mean, we'll do episodes here and there, but nothing like it was back in the day. I'm not going to bring it back to where we have an episode, like 3 episodes a week or anything like that. Maybe every other 2 weeks or so, may pop one in here when I have time. The problem is new entertaining games come along, like Medieval Dynasty, which is what we're really featuring on this channel right now. And I didn't really know. I was hoping the game was going to be really, really good when it came out, and it was, but it was beyond my expectations. Thinking, early access, there won't be much to do in early access, but man, that game is offering a lot. All right, so we're here. Let's go ahead and empty out back into the combine one more time. And many more times. While I'm emptying out, this is such a small field. Now, so when he gets done here, I do have a small field over here that needs to be done. We'll hire a worker to do that small field. It's so small, it's not worth me bringing all my equipment down there to harvest that field. So that's why we hire workers for over there to take care of that. And then that's Peaksville, right? I think that's called Peaksville. That town will be done for as far as the fields that we own. Because we do own about 50, is it 50 or 52 fields? And 2 of the fields we leave fallow because we park our equipment on those fields. The 2 original fields that you get. And actually, I could probably get away with just parking my equipment on one field and put crop on another, but we just leave it as is. I got enough fields, and if I wanted to, I could buy more, but I think the amount of fields we have is plenty. But the good news is, this spring, though, that we're in, we have harvested enough fields. We got enough fields plowed and cultivated. Some even got one stage of fertilization on it, being the slurry, as I would call it. So if the root crop DLC comes out, I don't know what they're calling it. It's not a root crop DLC, but that's what it's based on, potatoes and turnips. I don't know what they're going to call it, but they just said, future DLC coming to Farming... I almost said Farming Simulator. Farmer's Dynasty, but that was a while ago, and I forgot what they called it. But yeah, it's going to be on turnips and potatoes. But who knows? We never know what Farmer's Dynasty has up their sleeve. Sometimes they say, yep, we have this update coming out, and this is what's going to be in it. And then the update comes out, and there's more in it than what they told us about. But like I said, no dates as of yet. But, I mean, a picture, I don't want to say is worth 1,000 words. But a picture means, well, they are doing something with the game at least. I almost forgot. Is my scarecrow in the field? That's an extra 10%. At least that's what they said. I can't remember if I ever did that test to see if a scarecrow adds 10% yield to a field. I don't remember if I ever did that test. I've done so many tests and it's been so long, I just don't remember. Should have no problem making it around because we made it around last time. I know one thing though about that root crop harvester in that picture. I usually like green, but that color green is not favorable to me. I may actually go with this an odd color. And you're probably laughing like, Peanut, you always pick odd colors. Mostly I do, just because why not? I mean, if you can, you can make it more fun sometimes. But yeah, that olive color that they kind of had going there, yeah, not that dark. Like this color green right here, I kind of like this green right here. And we went with green this year because, well, we're rolling in the money. Rolling in the money. Yeah, I'm not sure if we will actually get to 7 million during the episode. But already we've gotten, what, $50,000 from harvesting? I do need to be careful. I don't think I'm going to top off the trailer or overfill the trailer with this combine load. Ooh, I might. I actually might do so. Is it 32,000 kilograms this holds? I think so. I may have just enough to top this trailer off, and I do. So I got to be careful. Right there is good. Let's not waste one canola seed. Alright, so one more time around the field, we'll have to head up to the store and sell that stuff so we can fill up our trailer again. How are we doing down here? Alright, so just to recap, that's been harvested. Harvested. Yep, all good. Let's come over here and harvest and sell for 417 bucks. And we just got one worker, and these two should still be going for sure. Alright. Actually, if we go into farming stats, yeah, we still have 32 fields with canola in it. So, we've already done like the biggest fields that we have for the most part. We still have a decent amount of fields that are decent size, but oh, neighbors like my garden, 13 social points. Thank you. I only got 1,021,000, but we're fine. I just had the flowers there so my wife has something to do, and the bees can pollinate and make more honey. If I can only take the honey from Farmer's Dynasty and sell it to myself in Lumberjack's Dynasty at a good rate, not $24 a jar, maybe $10 a jar would be worth it. But yeah, really, as for the flowers around here, yeah, it's just, they're just there now. But yes, like I said, today, maybe get up to $7 million, our goal, if everything goes well, by the end of the season, which is September 31st. We're kind of shooting for $10 million. Now, if we get, I think we were kind of shooting for $8 million. Was I shooting for $8 million by the end of this harvest? I mean, that seems reasonable as long as I sell on days where the price is good. And last fall, during the September festival, we went up and talked to Rose, and I think between all the meals that my wife made, I made, canned dishes and all that, I think we took Rose for $1.6 million. So getting to 10 million is very possible. Especially if I were to rotate and, not rotate, but to, what's the word I'm looking for? But replant these fields one more time this season, do another harvest, we could easily do it. Of course, I say easily, but then I'm thinking to myself, well, you're probably going to buy a root crop harvester, aren't you? And a seed drill, or as it probably would be called, a planter. But I suppose the planter is not going to cost me too much. The harvester could cost like $180,000, maybe. I don't know. Those can get real expensive. Although in reality, I think when this harvester was available early on, and now we have price fluctuation, this harvester, I think I got it for like 120 or is it 140, somewhere in there. No, you can't dump in there, Peanut. You're full. I know. All right, let's hop in here. Get a weird camera angle, and forget to hitch up the trailer. And yes, I know my trailer's full. It is very, very full. So we're going to quickly make a good amount of cash here, like 27,000 maybe. Let's take the bridge and hopefully I don't get stuck, because I have not saved the game anywhere. Trailer's full, empty it into a silo or sell the grain. Yes, you're going to tell me like 6 more times before I get up there, aren't you? Yeah, we just got canola everywhere. Canola. That is a crop to grow in Farmer's Dynasty if you want to make the coin. Especially during the off season, in the fall into the spring. Let's get up here to the store, sell this grain. I'm just trying to read what we're at. So I may get as close to 6.9 million by the time I get up here and sell it, because we're at 853,000. I think this is where we're at. And I'm hungry as well. My characters are always hungry. Always. I think in Farmer's Dynasty, though, I can eat while I'm in the tractor. Alright, let's go ahead and sell some grain. Money's going to go up real fast now. And it will take a while. We'll just zoom on back here. Maybe I'll zoom on. I'm clipping on everything. Just so I can see when we're out of grain. Actually, if I do that, that helps out a little bit better. Well, there's 870,000. Yeah, I think we might be able to reach 7 million by the end of this episode. So I'm probably going to have another trailer and possibly a second full trailer as well. We already got a combine full. How much more grain do I got? Another 6,000. All right. It's looking good. Just watching that money go on up. So far today, we pretty much made 100 grand. And I am going to go in and have a dish. Boom. Now, I'm not going to be hungry anymore. I'm not going to be thinking about my shoelaces, and my stomach's not going to feel like a watermelon. Not a watermelon. A volleyball. That's right, a volleyball. All right, let's go back to the field. Get some more harvesting done. Fill the trailer another time. And by the time we come back up here, hopefully we'll be pretty close to maybe $6,950,000. Hopefully, maybe. We'll see. Been moving some workers around. Got about maybe 15% of the field left. Maybe not even that much. But yes, I have another trailer load of canola. The combine is full, so yeah, we're getting so close to $7 million. Another 40,000 to go. I'm gonna get maybe like 27,000 myself here delivering this. And by the time the workers keep going around like they do, and I unload the combine and finish harvesting that field, I think we'll hit 7 million by the end of this episode, no problem whatsoever. As long as I keep making sure that I got 4 workers on the go today, then we're good. We're fine. We're fine. But we are chewing through the fields as well. Like I said, the fields are getting smaller. Like if you remember when we first started, it was a while ago. This beginning of the season, harvesting the fields. It took a while to get the first few up because we were doing the bigger fields first. And now that we're doing the smaller fields, yeah, of course you're going to harvest through them a little bit quicker. Get ourselves a good view back here as we watch the money go on up, which is always nice. Yeah, so the combine, I'm interested to see the root crop harvester. I guess it's not really a combine, it's just a harvester, root crop harvester. Interested to see when that does come along with the DLC, exactly how it's all going to work. And interested to see how much it yields, the fields do. Usually root crop harvest goes pretty darn well. So I expect the crop not to be worth a lot because the yield is worth more. Another $13,000 and we'll be at 7 million and climbing. I'll have to see how many fields we got left by the end of the day here. Because I think I burned through 2, 3, 4. I think we've harvested 5 fields so far today. At least the workers have. And I'm working on it myself. Yeah, farm stats. 28 fields ready for harvest. I was ready to say, did that show me something in... Oh, that's seed stored. I'm like, I don't remember having all that in storage. Yeah, because you don't have it in storage. You just don't. All right, zip back on down there, and let's finish harvesting that field. Yeah, just another 3,000, so they'll get that done before I come back up with my trailer load. They may even get there before I get back to the field. Yeah, that harvest and sell, that's a pretty good work option that you have. Yep, they harvest it and sell it. Hopefully everything goes according to plan. They're getting all the crop off the field that they should. And yep, we are at $7 million in a second or two. There goes Oliver. And there we have it. $7 million in the bank. $3 million to go for the end of the year. That's kind of my goal. As long as I keep the greenhouses going all season long and pick the vegetables when they're ready, replant them, like I said, we can get $1.6 million from rows. That's also as long as my wife does some cooking as well. My wife tends to be slower than she used to be when we first got married in the cooking process. Look at that. It's like I'm prepared. I got the auger out and everything. Now, if we do plant crop this summer, which we will, let's be honest. I'm not gonna plant all the fields though. Yeah, we're not gonna be doing canola in all the fields. I pretty much try to keep it only for the fall into spring is when I do canola. Maybe we'll do some lupine, maybe some peas. Because peas go for... that's the wrong button. So is that one. Yeah. So if we go here, people are going to see the peas. The pea price is like the highest, but they don't yield as well. I did a test episode somewhere on yield. It's in my videos somewhere. You can search it and maybe find it. And we harvested the same field, replanted the same field, harvested, and did the cycle over and over again. And canola outweighed everything else by a lot. Alright, so as you can see here, yeah, I think I said 15%. Yeah, we're down to 5% what's left on this field. Which is basically a couple passes and we're done. But the main thing is, we did hit $7 million today. So hopefully we get enough harvest going the rest of the day so when I buy stuff, because I still got to pay these workers. We got many more fields to go. Like I said, 28 more fields. Which seems like a lot, but it is really not that much. Like I said, we got 4 workers going plus me going. We're all in different fields. We're all harvesting 5 fields at a time. All together, that is. If we all knock out 2 fields a day, that's 10 fields. So just a few days worth. And really... we could easily harvest more than 2 fields each per day at this point. I mean, this field here is one of the decent sized fields that we have left. And we started at probably 7 o'clock in the morning. The thing is though, when I harvest, I gotta unload my grain into a trailer and go up to the store. The workers just have to, basically when the grain enters the combine, it immediately sells. But they don't use the full width of the header either. They use maybe like 70% of the width. And I think they did that for when they were programming the workers to go around the field, that they don't miss any crop. Yeah, I can fit the rest of this field in this combine. No problem whatsoever. So I guess we can kind of say on our way towards $8 million now. I kind of forgot what I said when we started the spring cleaning, and that's what we call this when we plant in the fall and spring comes around. All the fields have canola in it. We call it spring cleaning around here. I don't remember what I set for a goal. I may have set 7.5 million. Maybe it was 8 million. I don't remember. We did buy a silo for $200,000 at the beginning of the season as well. So in a reality, we almost actually have 7.25 million, but we spent that much money on a silo because we had to. The price for the canola at that time was not good. We wanted to get the harvested started, so I was harvesting and storing crop, and we just ran out of silo space, basically. There we go. There is another field done. Pipe out. Let's go unload this. I'm getting hungry. I just ate like a little while ago. That's why I don't eat too much with this character. He's always hungry. Take a little screenshot there. Maybe that'll be your thumbnail. You already know. I don't. Alright, we'll drive the combine up to the next field, which I think we'll go up there and harvest that one next time. Straight ahead. I want to say, let's see how close I am. 2.3 hectares? Is it 2.3? How close do I have to get to the field before I know? I'm not going to drive in the field, though. That would be terrible. And it's actually just 2.05, so not really close at all. How are we doing on workers here? I got one worker here. That worker finished here. I actually only got 2 workers going at the time. And I'm probably going to leave it like that because, yeah, Farmers Dynasty is tricky when you save and reload the game. Most of the time it saves the pricing where it is, and sometimes I reload the game and the pricing has dropped. So I don't want to hire workers, save the game, and reload it later on and find out, well, the canola now is only going for like 720, and then I'm really getting screwed. So I'm not going to hire any workers because we're about ready to wrap up the episode after we sell this canola. So the money's not coming in as fast as it could because, like I said, I'm just not going to hire those 2 extra workers right now. I may wait for those 2 workers to actually finish before I save and exit the game, just to make sure. But what time is it? Oh, it's almost, wow, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, you kind of forget how time flies here in Farmers Dynasty. And trying to hit too many buttons at once here. I was trying to change what gear I was in. There we go. And I was hitting all the wrong buttons, like I always do. So how much grain do I got in here? So I'm going to get maybe like 12,000 for that. Alright, so maybe up to $7,040,000 in the bank account. So almost $250,000 worth of canola sold today. Not too bad. That's a good day on the farm, I think. And I say that like it's nothing, but, you know, if I was starting off again, and I kind of remember starting off here in Farmers Dynasty, and you were just, you know, you're just waiting to buy your first piece of equipment, being either a tractor or the combine. I went with the combine. I recommend going for the combine first. Saving up for that. Oh, yeah. That was a glorious day to get the combine and a header. Basically, I bought the combine, sold the old combine and header, which almost gave me enough money to buy the new header in itself. But the game has changed a lot since it was released back in December of December 2017. The prices of the fields went up. The prices of selling straw went down. And the prices for equipment can fluctuate. Makes it kind of difficult to predict things. I think I'm done. Yep, we are done. Go park this next to the combine, next to the field we're going to harvest next. And since I'm a rich farmer now, I don't work late into the night. I just kind of quit when I feel like it. I harvested my field for the day. Actually, we can cut up through here to get to that field. So we still got a lot of canola fields around, as you can see. So getting to 8 million, I think getting to 8 million just by harvesting the canola, unless we get better pricing days than today. I mean, today's not bad, low 800s. If I get upper 800s, that'd be really good. But I think getting up to $8 million might be a stretch, just by doing the spring harvest. But eventually we'll find out what we get up to. And here we are. I'm just going to park the tractor and trailer right over here. Here's a nice little flat spot-ish. Get on out. Let's go ahead and teleport back to home. And of all things, I hop on the thing I hate most, which is the rotting tractor. Oh, and it jumped me out to here, which is good. Yeah, the wife is taking care of the yard with little Timmy. Let's go down here like we always do. See what Rex is up to. Nice to know I did mow the yard, though. Let's light the fire. And call it a day. But that is going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. And I'll catch you next time right here on The Day on the Farm. But until then, have a good one.